Oh, my goodness. Welcome, everybody, to the Open Podcast. I'm your host, Hunter Boris. Here's your other host.
And my name is Forrest Bob. How's it going, everybody? Oh, my goodness. We are back. Another freezing cold day here in Nashville. It is relentless, but we power through.
But we send our hearts out to you, all of you, every single one of you. Sorry, I didn't want to hit the mic, Aiden. That's why I did. That's why I went up. I didn't want to hit the mic. You know, I could see the mic. I want to respect the mic. That's
you
want to
respect yourself. You know, every once in a while you have to have, autism, which that's what that's called.
And I happen to have it. So I
got told many times I was just autistic. My mom goes, he's autistic.
Talking about me.
You know our autistic cousin? He always dresses up like Hitler because he's autistic.
Because he's autistic. That's the only reason he does it.
Yeah.
And he likes meth. And Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Weird. Yeah, which is weird. It's a V. But,
no.
Yeah.
It's Hugo Boss with a B.
Sure.
Is it Hugo Boss or Hugo Boss?
I don't actually know.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's Boss.
I just know Voss Water is German.
I don't think those are related.
Nope. It is.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
That's because he was a boss.
Well, he was something.
If you're Hugo, you are a boss.
He was a manager of some sorts. That's a fact.
He was a manager of sorts. Wow. What a great day to be.
Snapping young fellow, I'll tell you that. He knew how to dress.
He did know how to dress. They were some cute boys, weren't they?
Naughty, cute boys. It's
they
like
were.
The guys in private school. It's like they look nice, but they were all pieces of shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a rich kid serial killer.
I hated that.
Like the Menendez brothers.
The kids you were a private school kid. I was not. But a lot of the private school kids that we did go to school with or like played football with, like we would all hang out. But every one of them was a piece of shit. Almost.
You think?
I mean, 99% of them, and I'm still friends with some of them, they're still pieces of shit.
It is a different thing, though, because where I was, it was not an option to go to public school. I've said many times there were people who lived in poverty who went to private school in Montgomery.
That just blows my mind.
It's just how it was.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, we didn't have, not that I know of, I don't think we had anybody in trailer parks going to SBA. I mean, that could have been a thing.
There were people who lived in trailers who went to private school.
That is nuts.
Yeah, I know. Those kids who are such white trash, poor rednecks.
Wouldn't you just rather have a normal house and go to public school?
You literally will die.
Wouldn't that be the option?
It's not an option. It's so bad.
It can't be that bad. People do it. I mean, it happens all the time, right? Are you just talking about it's just not for you? Like that kind of thing? You're not actually in danger, I'm sure.
You are actually in danger. They have
I went to public school in Memphis. I just want to say, I feel like you could have made it.
No.
Absolutely
not.
You could have done it.
There was not one white person.
Oh, well, you know what? I didn't say that. I want everybody to know that Forrest Bob said that.
There wasn't a single one.
Look, I'm just saying that it's got to be there. There's got to be some whites in there.
There was that one school. Lee had a few.
Okay. Lee?
Yeah.
How many
Robert
public
E. Lee
schools?
Had a few.
Oh, God. That was not the name.
It was.
Robert E. Lee High
Robert E. Lee and Jefferson Davis were the two big high schools in Montgomery.
Jesus Christ.
They just changed the names like a year ago.
Really?
Elon's pissed, dude.
I was going to say, what'd they change the names to?
I don't know. I don't know.
God, that is nuts.
I think something the opposite of that.
Like we didn't have a Nathan Bedford Forest High School.
Okay,
Christ.
well, I guess I was about to say he wasn't in the Civil War, but he was in the Civil War.
He absolutely was, and he was a mean person. I'll tell you that.
I also heard he was a mean person.
Yeah, not a good guy. Not a good, as I've heard said before, meanest sumbitch to ever piss over a pair of boots.
Yeah, and he was a Marine, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
And hey, shout out!
Hey.
Shout out! We're in the VMI hat right now. Semper
Shout out,
Fi.
Grandpa.
But in that Civil War book I told you about, Of Gods and Generals, they talk about how mean Nathan Bedford was. Let's go. How mean he was, and how he had zero regard for human life, and that's what makes.
He got his soldiers killed all the time.
That's what makes a good Marine.
Yes, is you just have to kind of be a grunt and go in there, and you don't have to care about your life. I read in a book that he had 27 horses shot from under him.
That's crazy. Yeah,
battle.
He was Teflon. He couldn't kill him.
Yeah, he was the guy that would go to the front of to make a point.
Yeah,
like come on, pussies, we're going.
He didn't care. Evil people just will not die.
He wouldn't die.
He was such a badass.
He survived.
I know. Other Civil War generals were scared of him. That were above him were scared of him because he was so evil. I mean, he also was the only person who he believed in the cause. A lot more, because Robert E. Lee was like, oh, I have to defend Virginia.
Yes,
And Nathan Bedford
yes.
was like, I don't care about that.
Do you think I give a shit about Tennessee? I don't
Not
care
even
about,
a little
not
bit,
even
dude.
kind of.
I don't care about Murfreesboro.
No, I just don't want to do my own farming. I just don't want to.
Yeah, I want a statue there, but I don't care about it.
But I don't care about it.
That is the meanest generals. Patton was another one. He used to get in trouble because in World War I, he
Yes.
would just like spaz out and sprint. He'd be like, in Band of Brothers, that scene where they're watching from afar and Winters keeps trying to run in.
Yes.
He would do that in World War I, but he was like a colonel.
That is nuts to think about.
Because he was actually a psychopath and he loved fighting.
I get nervous going in the gas station sometimes.
I can't believe people enjoy
And
it.
he was just running out into the front lines like, come on, guys, we're going to have a good time.
I know. I am jealous of those people that have fun in war because what bad thing could happen to you? You
those
have
guys
fun in
exist.
hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say, those guys do exist, and it's so scary watching them. A lot of them now, I guess, are the ones you see are the Special Forces guys,
Yeah.
where they get like jazzed. They're like, whoo, we're about to
Yeah.
go get some shit. Like,
Well,
it's like high schoolers when they're about to get some sniz for the first time.
It's like that guy, the sheriff of Baghdad. I'm sure you've seen him interviewed. And every podcast he's on, he's like this. He's like, oh, I love doing those one-man missions. Just me and the enemy. And you're like, God, relax, dude. Take a Xanax. He was supposed to die over there.
What do
People
him and
like
his-
that are they're
He
not
said he was supposed to.
they're
die.
not supposed to come back to the real world.
I agree with you.
They were supposed to God in a blaze of glory where he kills like 1,500 Taliban by himself, but he just gets shot too many times. What is he supposed to do? He podcasts
Suicide
now.
Fest, yeah. Yeah, he does.
He shouldn't be. That's not what he's meant to do.
He shouldn't be on American soil.
No, he never should have come back here.
But why doesn't the government hire those guys to just go do terrible shit? There's always terrible shit to be done.
I think they do, but he just is too old now. He's like 60.
Shrek is still my favorite.
Shrek?
The guy they call Shrek. I can't remember his real name.
I don't know. Shrek.
I'll have to look him up. I'll send you this video. He's been on Sean Ryan. I think he was on Rogan recently. He's been on all those war shows,
Yeah.
And he was the first person. I'm almost positive he was a SEAL, so don't get mad if I got this wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But either recon, SEAL, he was a special forces guy, and he would do missions by himself in Afghanistan.
That's crazy.
And he would be knocking out 50 dudes at a time by himself. Like, he would travel across, and he called them like tinker trucks or jingle trucks.
What's a jingle truck?
They have all of these bells, and they're all like painted, and it's like it's just like a normal thing they do over there. And he would like have to pretend to speak that language. I guess he knew enough to get away with it, and had a beard, wore all the stuff, and would just murder people.
That's crazy.
And then come back, find his way back. Didn't have any backup, didn't have any, I don't even know how you would do. I get lost here. I swear to my phone died. My phone died one time, and I didn't have directions. I didn't know where I was. I was fucked.
Yeah.
I was
You'd
fucked.
have followed me back to my house
Yes.
so you could charge your phone.
Yes.
Of a place we've been it was right next to here.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a problem. But I'm just saying, I cannot imagine being in Afghanistan alone, and he loved it. He loved doing it.
I know.
He said he didn't like fucking with other people.
I'm so jealous of people. I mean, he must have been having a blast, dude.
He's
He
bigger
must have
than
been having
me and
so
you
much
combined.
fun. He's a
Taller
big
than
guy.
me and wider than you.
It's kind of hard to sneak around if you're a big SOB like that.
I don't even think it mattered for him. He was. I think his thing was he's so well to adapting in environments, or you're not even going to see him until it's too late.
Yeah.
He's just going to snap your neck and move on to the next room.
Oh,
Clear.
he's just like a video game in real life.
That's what it is.
He's like in, what's that one? I think it was one of the Black Ops one. I played this campaign 900 million times when I was a kid, where you play the one where you're in Vietnam, you swim underneath the boat, and you hop up and grab the Vietnamese guy's neck.
World at War, right?
Yeah, it slices his throat and bring him underwater.
Oh my god! And they've got good soundtrack in that one.
Yeah.
The Sympathy for the Devils in that, when you're on the boat and you're shooting people.
Yeah.
Woo,
All I
woo.
wanted to do was be in war when I was a kid. And then I started playing football, and I'm like, football practice is a little tough for me.
Yeah.
That's a little much. It's hot out here.
I don't want to do all the shit that comes with war. I just want to go to war. I don't want to
why
be
are you
trained.
hitting me? You know what I want to do is I want to come back from war.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Be like, I did it, and
Yeah.
talk about it, like, I'm such a hero, but not like actually. You know the show Severance? I've been watching Severance.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with Severance, and the concept of the show is, your brain you only have an
Shuts off when you're
outside
at
of work
work,
brain
yeah.
and inside of work brain. You don't remember the other one at all. I would love to severance military.
War? I mean, if they could figure out how to do that, PTSD wouldn't even be an issue.
Yeah, and then you just are like, you were such a badass in there. And just lie to me. Just tell me that I was...
But Big Shroom would get rid of that, so they keep taking shrooms and Ibogaine.
Big Shroom would get rid of that?
I'm just fucking around.
Maybe
yeah, because
Shroom's
it's like they don't
unseverance
want the soldiers to not have PTSD. It's like we need them to have PTSD so they can take our shrooms.
That's true.
You know?
I didn't even think about. Are you selling shroom? You said that like we're in shroom business.
I know we could be. We're not yet.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to Denver this week, and you never know who I'm going to meet.
Maybe Magic Shroom will be a sponsor of this podcast.
Magic
one day.
Shroom. Ooh, that'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, if you were a soldier and you said you go to war, do you kill people when you go to war? This is without the severance thing. Like, if you were able to choose, if you were going to war, are you killing somebody, or are you just going to be like, a guy at a desk close to war?
Oh, that'd be so boring. Then what if you go to war and then it's like the same as working at, whatever normal desk job you have here?
What if you could spawn at war and not have any friends? So it's like there's no relationship. So it's like if somebody's face gets blown off, you're not like, I mean, you're obviously that's not going to be good. You're going to care.
Yeah,
but it's not me getting my face blown off.
I guess it depends on the war. Like World War I, if we're talking all quiet on the Western Front, put me at a desk, dude. Put me at a desk every day. I don't want to be within 500 million miles of that thing. Are we talking Afghanistan, Iraq?
Yes.
Where we're dominating people who don't even know how to fight? Children with AKs that are missing?
The problem is when you go through the towns. When you're going through the towns, that's when you're fucked because there's no good layout. You're literally in the middle, and all the buildings have really tall roofs and everything. Like somebody could Mario Kart your ass in a heartbeat.
That's true.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Look, it's all going to be terrible, but I would say World War I, give me the desk. All the other ones, I mean, what's the point of going over there?
World War II, I think, obviously, either in the Pacific or on the European theater of war, both are going to suck for different reasons.
Yeah, I don't want any part of the Pacific.
I don't either. I'm with you.
I prefer
We've talked about
100%.
that before. I would rather be in Foy, I think, which is saying a lot because, I mean, man, snakes kill people in the Pacific.
And just the hot sand. Ugh.
No thanks,
dude.
man.
Think how bad if you're on the
Sand
beach
in
for
your
like
ass.
4 hours in a bathing suit.
Oh,
You like get me out of here. Get me out of here ASAP. I have a little bit of sand in my gooch. Much less if you're bleeding and wearing boots. You ever worn boots on the beach?
And you can't fucking complain about it once, because guess what? You complain to your platoon about that, you're sand gooch from here on out.
Oh, man.
Hey, sand gooch, get over here.
Dude, and when they're in Pacific, when they're in the volcanoes and they're just sleeping on hot rocks and they don't have water. Dude, this scene where he has to take you don't think about it, where he has to take a dump and then the Japanese guy tries to kill him.
Oh.
And then he shoots, and you're like, I didn't even think about it. They're dumping in hot rocks. They have nothing to sit on. Probably no toilet paper. They don't even have water.
No.
Oh.
You got sand shit gooch. I don't like that combo.
Oh, man.
That's a bad combo.
Yeah.
I don't want to be any part of another thing, the ticks, the mosquitoes will give you diseases.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so cold in Germany or France, like there wasn't even a bug in sight.
Yeah.
But you also couldn't feel your body. So it's kind of like two different.
During the winter, it'd be terrible.
And you're getting shelled. Well, that's what Foy was. That's when they were fighting that. And it's like that. I mean, the Battle of the Bulge, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Freezing cold. And I just don't understand how, like, I still would choose that.
Yeah, I definitely.
But they were fighting with, like, one layer of clothes. Their boots would get soaked because they'd step in, like, a frozen puddle and go through it.
Oh, I know. That'd be the worst.
You get hypothermia. A lot of dudes had to have legs amputated, not even because of bombs, because they got so cold.
I would be so pissed if I came back from war and they're like, "Oh, I bet a Nazi shot a rocket launcher at your foot," and you go, "No, I stepped in a puddle.
Oh, actually, I got really cold.
I got really cold."
Oh man, but you still get the Purple Heart or whatever. I think
You get the Purple Hearts.
I do.
People collected the Purple Hearts.
I would be so cool to have a Purple Heart.
That would be.
God, that'd be cool. Not like a real Purple Heart, but like the
Yeah.
award.
Yeah, the award would be nice.
The award would be
Purple
nice.
Heart's, I think, what you get when you die.
Yeah, I think so. It probably does turn that color of purple.
It probably does. But a Purple Heart would be
Viking.
sick nasty.
Ugh. Would you rather have to fight an army of Vikings, like they come invade your land, or would you rather be in the Pacific in World War II?
Are we talking I'm in Viking times?
Yeah, yeah. And then like you're just in your village hanging out, chilling, and then you see these ships coming.
It's got to be Pacific. What do I know about swords?
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's so much more of a violent war. You could have literally 3 swords stuck in you and live for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then die.
Dude, so many people are dying for so long. I mean, I know that can happen.
Chop your dick off. They would try to chop your genitalia off.
But how often is somebody getting killed like that in a sword fight?
No, that's what I'm saying is you're just going to lay there.
Only like an arrow through your eyeball or somebody actually severs your head off.
Yeah, an arrow through the head would be dope. Or like a catapult,
Mm-hmm.
like a catapult to the dome. That way you're out. You don't even know what happened.
It's a lot of like taking hours to die probably.
The catapult was like the roofie. Of back in the day.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, a catapult land on your head would be wonderful.
Yeah. I think that would be the best thing that could happen to you
That
in
would
that
be so
situation.
good.
But the flaming ones are a problem. Because if it doesn't kill you, then you're on fire and you're hurt a lot.
Man, being on fire would suck.
Okay, would you rather
So
be
bad.
buried alive or be set on fire and burn alive?
Set on fire.
Yeah.
Buried alive.
That's my
I'm
biggest fear.
So claustrophobic.
That's my biggest fear.
Oh my god, I'm terrified.
I don't even like that I said that out loud. I don't like that people know that.
I'm a little nervous how small this room is that both these doors are closed right now. Dude.
You and Hayden are going to put me in a box and I'm going to wake up.
I could not deal with.
He's been thinking about it,
Yeah,
dude.
he has.
I swear to God, you're not wrong. I just noticed that. I don't like the doors closed. But if I'm, oh my God, if I woke up and I just saw a box and I would die of a heart attack.
And the oxygen slowly running out.
Yeah, because that's how you die is you run out of oxygen.
Oh my god.
And you're going to exert yourself. I would do the Kill Bill. I would just do that for. You know what I'm talking about, Aiden? Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh.
That's also how I start to fist.
Yeah.
That's the motion you got to use.
Yeah, I'm sure she loves that.
He
Okay.
loves that.
I'm sure he does love that.
Um,
Look, let's just get to what we wanted to talk about this whole time.
okay.
Well, actually, there's 2 things. But you already started talking about sex. The Bonnie Blue having sex with 1,000 girls in one day
Move over, Lily Phillips.
dude, you know what's funny? Lily, she's the one who did 100, right?
Yep.
She got mad at her. She goes, "You stole my idea." And he goes, "You stole her idea to be the biggest whore of all time?" Also, isn't Lily Phillips the one who started crying at the end of it?
She is, and it's very sad. I only read the article. That's the only reason I know.
I saw the video.
But, yeah, I can't watch it.
No, not of the...
I know. But I saw her crying. But
of her crying.
Ugh.
She's
Yeah.
like, it's just mold, and I thought it was going to be... She was British, too. Like,
Yeah.
God, you British slut.
God. Yeah, it's like, well, yeah.
She goes, it was molded, and I thought it was going to be... And it's like, what do you mean? What did you think it was going to be like to bang 100 dudes?
There was a girl in, I think, in the 90s who did like 280 dudes in 12 hours.
Yeah, that was a different type of girl.
But it was a different type of girl, brother.
Yeah, so I heard
And-
somebody talking about it. That was a big fat black lady.
It was. And she was, I'm sure she had a great time. Beautiful, robust woman. But the fact that you're going to say somebody stole your idea to fuck 100 dudes in a day is nuts.
That is, I mean, also,
That's like me being like, oh, you stole my idea to talk about cum on stage.
why? Also, it's not really. She technically is doing 10 times more than you, so she's not stealing the idea.
She beat you.
How did that one work? 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody gets 5 seconds?
No, it was everybody got. I think it was something like that. It was like 4 minutes, and it was within a 13-hour time frame, I think.
Oh.
And I don't even think it was 4 minutes. I think they would like cut them off at 2 minutes. So like you get 2 minutes to do whatever you want to do, and then the next it's like there's like a producer like come on.
Can you imagine how detached you? Oh my bad. Can you imagine how detached you were? Like, just by the end of it, like she's probably like playing Wordle while some guy is plowing her.
Oh my God.
A producer comes in, like squirts a Gatorade bottle in her mouth.
Reading about Atticus Finch.
Oh,
You had to get the towel to get all the stuff off of you.
I heard with the
You know,
this is
the
so
stuff,
gross.
The substance.
At the first one, the cameraman started throwing up
because of the
in
smell.
the middle of it because it smelled so bad. And also, apparently, what happened was they had. I've listened to a lot of stuff about this. I'm fascinated.
Please
by
do
it.
tell.
They had.
He's like, I don't even like this stuff. I don't even care about it.
They had 100 people lined up, and like 40 of them just didn't show.
Dude,
So they just started telling people like, "You got any friends that want to come?" So it was people that they didn't even get to vet for more than like 5 seconds.
can you imagine if we were in that scenario? We had to like call Caleb, and he has to put down his 5th bowl of Cocoa Puffs, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll be there in a minute."
I'll be there.
Oh my God, dude! There was a guy. I'll get the peanut and the Cocoa Puff. There's a dude who was in line to fuck and left while he was waiting.
Really?
Yeah, because apparently he said he heard or saw something. Like he saw a guy like come out and was like, "Yeah, I just fucking dominate" or something, and he was like, "All right, this is too. It's just too weird."
It's so horrible.
The fact that you like were into it and then you weren't after you like got just even the tiniest glimpse, it just goes to show it's like, why would you want to be a part of
Because
that?
that guy's a freak.
Yes.
Any guy who would go to that in the first
Yes.
place is a
It's
disgusting freak that probably should be
There's
shot.
a problem with you. Like,
And
there's a
he
problem.
got grossed out.
That's what I'm saying is
That's
how
like Dahmer being like, "What's you? You take stuff too far."
Dahmer to Hitler. He's like,
Yeah.
whoa, man.
Hey, relax, guy.
What the hell?
Relax, guy. I like chopping off heads as much as the next guy, but
Hey, are we doing good? We got Hitler. We got Civil War. We got talked about other stuff. I don't know. I think with the whole Bonnie Blue 1,000 dudes in one day, what is the end of the goal? I will say she won because she didn't cry, or at least there's not a video of her crying.
she cries.
It's got to cry.
Or she's just full on
What if you do if she starts crying?
sociopath detached.
Oh no, I can't. I personally don't even think that I could like produce that. Like if you're a producer or you're
Of course, I could produce regular porn.
if somebody asked you, would you do it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So our producer Aiden said no, he would not partake.
But honestly, think about this. What could you do 1,000, anything, I'm talking about the entire anything in the world, 1,000 of in one day?
Chew 1,000 pieces of gum.
Okay.
I think I could chew 1,000 pieces of gum in one day. And I'm talking like just get it to where it's like chewed up and then spit it out. Chewed
Yeah.
up. I'd probably use the Bonnie Blue method, like 2
If
minutes
you
a
have
piece.
enough time.
You know,
How many minutes are in a day?
how many minutes in a day? That's a
60
smart person question.
60
times 24.
So it's
Carry the 6.
It's
I don't fucking know.
24 plus 120. No. 1440. I was
private
all
school,
over
guys.
that thing. I was just missing a zero. I was going to get there so quick.
Just like Bonnie Blue. That's what I'm talking about. She probably didn't come. Do you think she came?
Wait, so 14.
I mean, do you think?
Somebody had to, dude. Somebody had to hit some spot.
I mean, at what
But it also
point-
might have been such a gaping. Somebody might have put their penis inside of her and it didn't even touch her vagina by the end of it.
Also, can you
Just like
imagine
literally like.
having like a 3-inch dick and then you see some behemoth go right before you who's just baby arm swinging?
It's Shaquille O'Neal walks
Yes.
in right before you go, oh, God.
Dude, I think
Oh,
it was
God.
Dion Cole. Did you see the video of Dion Cole?
No, he wasn't in it.
No. He
Oh.
talked about, it was in an interview with Shannon Sharp, I think, about how he fucked a girl after Shaq did, and he was like, you don't ever want to do that.
I did see that.
He's like, you don't ever want any part of that. I'm telling you right now. You don't ever want to fuck somebody after Shaq did. If she tells you she fucked with Shaq, you get out.
Shannon Sharp has taken such a lane of he's just a full-on sex podcast now.
Not only that, it's like a tabloid sex pot. It's like TMZ for
Yeah,
sex,
it's crazy.
which clearly we'll listen to. But I just don't think it's longevity. I mean, it might work. I don't know.
Oh,
I guess you
that's
could
so
still
funny.
do athletes, which they wind up, all they do is talk about sex anyway.
Yeah, that seems to be a part of it. But he's like, I mean, Shannon Sharp's one of the dumbest people that have ever walked on this earth, so that works out well for him.
Do you think he's gay?
Yes.
Why would you post a video of you having sex to prove a point? Because there's no way that video leaks right after or in the midst of him being accused of being gay.
How do you go on Instagram Live by accident?
I don't
Don't
even
you have
think
to touch like 4 buttons?
you do. I mean, I'll
I've
say
accidentally
this.
called somebody.
I've pulled up Instagram before, and you know how to have your photos already there, and it'll be something you don't want posted. And it's like I could, I guess, see, but you still, even then, you have to keep hitting next. So it's
Exactly. You have to, it's too many buttons.
like
I don't believe it.
I don't know how you would do it on accident. I do think the live. I will kind of give some grace here. I do think, like, here, let's pull up Instagram right now. I think if you pull it up, it's kind of right there to where it's like,
Okay.
boom,
well, first of all, you've already pressed
live,
multiple buttons.
and then so you do. So you have to, yeah.
That
so-
was 4 buttons.
So yeah. So Instagram up, 1 button, 2 button, 3 button.
Okay. And to get Instagram was another button. So
That was yes. So 4 things you have to go out of your way to do in order to accidentally leak you fucking a woman.
I don't believe it.
I don't either.
It seemed like he was overplaying. Also, I mean, the way he was talking, the way he was talking about it with Chad Ochocinco right after was crazy. He's like, "That's just what I do."
That's just what I do.
He just
baby.
went on his podcast and immediately started bragging about it.
Oh,
He says the funniest thing. Go, I get cheated on. I'm putting my meat on something that night.
That night.
Put my meat on something is the funniest way to say it.
What did he say? He said something that disgusted me. It was like you got to get. Sometimes you got to get on someone to get over someone or something.
Yeah.
It's like that's it. That's not how that works.
Get on some.
You got to
No, you got to get under somebody to get over somebody.
Something. Yeah. But whatever the fuck it is, it's disgusting and I hate it.
Didn't your dad say that to you?
He did. And I was like, Dad, you might be right.
Your dad and Shannon Sharp have similar tendencies.
Yeah, they do. They might both be gay.
You think your dad sounds like that when he has sex?
I sure hope not.
Good girl.
He probably sounds like it's like a duck call. It's like quack quack. That's what he does. He just has a duck call while he fucks.
He might be. Do you like that? How about you pull some backstrap up on the side?
Hey man, why don't you go get some fucking meat marinating?
Well,
I'm done marinating mine.
Dude, that was one of the funniest phone calls I've ever been a part of in my entire life.
Okay, so I guess we'll tell that story real fast.
It's we were on the way to Knoxville, and we saw a deer get absolutely smoked. I mean, this car annihilated this deer, and the deer kind of jumped a little bit, so it went flying like 10 feet up in the air. It went flying.
20, dude. It
was insane.
It got hit in the right lane. So there's the left lane, right lane, the median in the middle, and then the other lane of traffic. So the deer crossed. Me and Forrest saw it gets to the right lane, gets smoked, rainbows back into the median.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I don't even know physics how it goes that way because it was running this way and it just got popped up.
Unbelievable. And that is exactly what called his dad and told him the story exactly that way, and he went, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I go, you should have.
Man, you boys should have
pulled over, could have fed the tailgate, and then just launched into a deer recipe for like 5 minutes. Venison recipe. It was crazy.
Man, you got to get that back strap. What you want to do is you want to thaw it out room temp, then you want to get some Italian dressing. You want to put in there for about 2 hours. Okay? I mean, it's nuts the way that he also was a fireman, so he just saw fucked up shit all the time, and he hunts constantly. So I think that he is desensitized to violence. You know somebody who I think would do good in war? Him.
Your dad?
Yes.
I bet he would.
Yes. I'm being serious.
You can probably just lock in, dude.
He was a battalion chief of a fire department. That's not far off.
Yeah.
Like, they're not,
What's a battalion chief?
He was just the head of that region for the fire department. So, like, anybody who was hired on to that city, he was, like, the training officer who, like, vetted them and trained them and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But, I mean, he would be, like, the platoon leader or whatever in the Army.
That's pretty sick.
He did say, he was like, that's my biggest regret, man, not getting in the military.
so
many
old guys say that.
So many old guys that didn't get in the military that are super glad they didn't say that they wish they did.
Yeah, of course.
They're like, yeah, I'm glad I did.
Oh, I wish I didn't have to raise you. Oh, that would have been great.
Oh, man, it would have been so cool to not have to pay 3 different child supports.
Oh, to die a hero and not raise you would have been so sweet and beautiful.
Yeah, Purple Heart, go back to that. I mean, be better than 2 fucking kids, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that's his point of view, not mine.
2? Oh, yeah, 2.
Yeah, he only has 2.
All right. We'll wrap it up here.
Caller quest.
Let's get the caller question. Let's get the caller question, everybody.
Let's get a little caller question
This
going.
one's a little wackadoodle today, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, this is a weird one. So I know this girl who went out with this guy recently for a first date, and she said that the dinner was fine, so they went back to her place to hang out. As they were hanging out, she said the guy was acting a little weird, just not doing anything in particular, but being weird. But I kept hooking up with him. We were both naked. We were about to have sex, and I wasn't completely into it, but I was doing it anyway. And as he's putting on the condom snapped, and his dick started bleeding. So after that happened, I politely told him that I'm not feeling it, and I asked him to leave. He sat there for a little bit and was, being a little weird, and then finally left. A week goes by, and he messages me pictures of the girl naked with my face, but it's AI. So the chick, I guess, got her face made into AI on AI pictures. And this was from Tom, and he said, is this bitch being a prude?
Is she being a prude? Because I think she is being a prude. I think that's romantic.
That was a plot twist, huh?
It was a plot twist. That actually is something that happened.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is a very crazy thing.
We know who that happened to.
We do. That is a very weird thing.
Now, she is being a prude. I think it's romantic to AI somebody's naked body and send it to them even after you. First of all, let's.
It's kind of romantic if you think about it.
We do need to backtrack a little bit.
It's really romantic.
How do you snap a condom and make your dick? I mean, I assume that the condom was too
metal?
big.
I don't know.
Also, he must have been like,
You got
how do you even do it?
a rubber band pop? That's
Yeah.
the only way that you could do that. Is you remember you used to get a rubber band and you'd.
I've never seen one before, so I'm not sure exactly how they work. But I heard that. I mean, it's not. I don't understand how it would bleed.
It doesn't sound like Tom knows how to use a condom.
He must have literally had one that was way too big, yanked it to the side, and then let go, and it snapped his tip so hard that it started bleeding.
That's the only thing that could have happened. Unless he just put it in a stranglehold with the condom like a bow tie. He bow tied his cock. That could have been a thing that happened.
I guess that's a possibility.
You know? Maybe he was trying to give her another gift that she was going to be ungrateful about.
Now, also with the AI thing, is that an app that anybody can find, or how does that work?
I think that it is an app that you can go on Chat GPT now, and they have a thing where you can make pictures. That is
Could
true.
you say,
right? That is,
take this girl's face and make her Bonnie Blue from the neck down?
yeah, you could.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, you could. If we know what Forrest is going to be doing as soon as he leaves
I can't
here.
wait to put my face
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a girl's body thing or something. Be like, guys, how do you think my workout regimen's been going?
Me and Aiden are going to be getting group texts later of Forrest with Bonnie Blue's face on it, with it holding the number 1,000 like Wilt
Yeah.
Chamberlain. The sign, yeah. You know how you hold the 100 points?
Yeah.
That's what you would do. Oh, my God. All right, so Tom,
She is being a bit of a prude, Tom.
being a bit of a prude, and maybe next time watch a couple condom videos.
What's the kind of now? I will say, for any of our listeners out there, I think maybe that's a second date type of thing to make AI porn of something.
Yes.
Maybe wait till the second or third date.
I would say maybe second or third, or while you're at dinner.
Mm-hmm.
See what that goes. Just text them to her
Maybe too early.
while you're at dinner.
Yeah.
What if she's into it?
But also, she's putting out on a first date. What kind of girl is this?
What if you put her face on a really fat body, and then she's like, "I'll prove you wrong that I'm not."
That's smart. That's like some.
Reverse psychology.
That's some 2025 negging right there.
It is. It's gaslighting.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
no,
like
I bet you're
gaslighting, but-
disgusting. And then she's like, "Well, I'm not." And he's
I mean,
like, "Well,
technically that's subjective, so it can't be gaslighting.
that is true. You're all right. No, yeah, that's true.
I don't even know what that word means.
It just means that you're pretty. It's like a lie.
Okay.
It's essentially you're getting somebody to believe something that isn't true.
Ooh, I'm not good at that. My
No.
face turns too red.
You do get red.
Yeah, I'm not a good liar.
No, you're not, and neither am I. And you know who needs to be better at lying? Tom, so you don't go to prison one day. 'Cause
That's
it
true.
sounds
That
like-
was a crazy story, Tom. Honestly, you should probably commit seppuku. That's the grossest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I think seppuku is going to get that good.
That's going to be the name of the
All
episode.
right, folks, that is our time. Thank you so much.
We love you. We'll see you
Hasta
next
la
week.
vista. Beep.